So after the day off, the Sixers are back with training camp action. Day 4 officially in the books, and today we'll break down everything important that you need to know from what Doc Rivers is calling the best day so far. Let's go.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Philly Take with RB, #1 show for Sixers fans, always providing the passion and breaking it all down. You know what to do. Hit that like button right now. Help support the show. Spread the content. Subscribe right now. Hit the bell so you don't miss any of these upcoming videos or live streams. Today, we are back. An unexpected day off yesterday. Obviously, the players were trapped in their hotels with the whole hurricane situation. Hope everybody is safe out there and doing well. If I'm not mistaken either, some of the reporters even had to travel home. So we don't have extensive footage today, but we do have some things to keep us going and a couple more days of camp. And then can you believe we have a preseason game on Monday against the Brooklyn Nets? It's going to be a showdown. I can't wait to get into game action. And of course, we will be breaking it all down. But before we jump right into today, quick word from our sponsor of today's show. Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked, your leading provider for at-home testing kits. They make professional health testing easy by allowing you to get tested right at home. You order one of their products, it shows right up to your doorstep like this in discreet packaging. And once you complete the test and send it back in within 2 to 5 days, you will get your confidential results. A member of the LGC nursing team will call you to go over the results, or you can track everything in real time on their app. They're obviously reviewed by a clinician in their laboratories, and their laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. So if you're like me, you want to expedite the process, make it much easier, and get tested right at home, and LGC is the way to go. Click their link down below in the description. Check out all their products. We know it's important nowadays to keep on top of your health. Use code Philly25 for 25% off your order. That being said, man, speaking of Let's Get Checked, let's check in with Sixers training camp, man. Another great productive day. What Doc Rivers is actually calling the best one so far. High energy, high vibes. These guys were on it, man. And based on what I've seen, I like what I'm seeing. There's progression. They're growing. They're building together. And I can't wait to see it in action, man. We start off with a picture today of James Harden and Tyrese Maxey. Look at it, man. I mean, but like I said a couple days ago, this photography team is one of the best. I mean, look at the detail in this picture. Good vibes. It looks, I mean, this is great. It looks like Tyrese is a visionary, man. He's got a vision, and he's going to come out and ball this season. I cannot wait. Shout out to the photography team of the Sixers. And we start with Doc Rivers, the big quote of the day. Doc Rivers on the Sixers Saturday morning practice, quote, "Best practice by far. I thought they were connected today. We've practiced hard every day, but I thought today we were connected." Guys are getting used to each other, man. They're getting in that rhythm. They're getting in that zone. They're showing up to practice, and they know what to do. They know where to be on the floor. They know how things are going to go. Doc Rivers highly impressed with the team today. One guy he was actually really impressed with was Tobias Harris, quote, "Today was his best practice. Mentally, he's completely given himself. He's got open shots all day today. He's been really good." We saw those clips from a couple days ago where Doc Rivers was getting on Tobias, Harden, Maxey, telling him, yo, you got to stay in your rhythm. You got to stay in your zone. You got to be you. You have to fit with this team. You have to sacrifice, and you have to make sure you're doing what you can individually, because that's going to open up other guys on this team. We have too many weapons. And once you are attacking and once you are being aggressive and pulling some of that defensive pressure away, there's no saying what this offense can do, because we just have too many options. So big day from Tobias Harris, according to Doc Rivers. And it's good to see. Now, let's go look at a James Harden shooting clip. I really like this. You know, a lot of people are just looking at this, a post-practice shooting clip from James Harden. Look at his footwork, man. And obviously, we've talked about his weight. Does he look slim? Does he look chunky? Who knows how he's going to look come season time? But what I do know is his mechanics look sharp. You know, he looks like a bit of that old James Harden, that resemblance of just like, I can pop it from anywhere, man, and I can create that separation on a dime. Let's take a look at this clip. Look at that, man. Step back to the left, catching it, popping in the corner. That's one place where he needed to be more efficient, especially down the stretch last season. And it's just very fluid, man. Obviously, we know James Harden is one of the best all-time scorers, and he just knows how to do things. But I don't know, the motion looks good to me. He looks focused. He's locked in. Again, I really think he knows what is at stake with this opportunity this year for him. So shout out to James Harden. Once again, putting in work. A lot of these guys staying after practice, by the way, to get in extra reps. Let's look at Tyrese Maxey as well. Him and Harden, again, shooting from the other corner. Harden's trying to put a little pressure on him, mess with him. And this kid, and I mean, Tyrese Maxey, just watching him go through these drills, but like he's smiling the entire time. This kid genuinely just loves the grind. He loves being there. It's just, it makes him, and you can tell some players are really like that. Look at this clip from Tyrese, man, in the corner, knocking down threes. Harden's over there talking smack to him. Maxey, the little step back. Look, we got step back Harden, and now we have step back Harden nurturing step back Maxey. We saw it a bit last year. We saw Maxey start to extend that range. I mean, he's learning from the best. I mean, he says it himself. I mean, there's a clip back in the day where Maxey said he wanted to be like James Harden. And when you give that potential and that skill set and that speed and all that stuff, and then you add in some of the little wisdom, some of the little tidbits from James Harden, I mean, who knows what Maxey could be? This is awesome, though. Maxey and Harden working together. Again, establishing that connection, establishing that bond, because when we get on the floor, when it counts, big games, these guys have to play off each other. They have to know where each other is going to be and who needs to step up when. These are things that you establish, and these are things that you didn't have time to establish last year when James Harden gets traded mid-season. So definitely looking forward to that. Now, we need to talk about Matisse Thybulle, because a couple days ago, I was like, where is he? What's going on? I was talking to some different people. There were some interesting rumors going around, but we finally get a full clip of Matisse Thybulle shooting today. We finally got it, and let me tell you something, it looks much better. Now, I have some positive and some negative about this, but mostly this looks good. This is an improvement. Let's take a look at Thybulle shooting form.
Too much energy. We should have gone longer.
How can you not love Tyrese Maxey just making a surprise appearance there at the end? But when I look at Thybulle's shot, it's good to finally have that footage of him. Embiid, a lot of these guys have praised him, said he's been working so hard this summer, even Doc Rivers. The one thing I noticed immediately is the motion is much more fluid, right? There's not as much lag time, whether it's extending those arms on the shot or whether it's taking time to both catch and then stop, release, and like shoot and release. Like, it's not 2-3 separate motions anymore. It's just one fluid motion, catch, turn, shoot. The only thing that I noticed, which I think he can still improve on, which I'm sure he is just the time it takes to do that, right? Like it still looks a little bit slow, but I like how he's kind of breaking it down. And that's what's happened with a lot of players over the years. You break that down all the way, you fix the little mechanics, and then you build it back up to speed, and then you get it going, especially within the game. My thing on Thybulle is, I just want to see him shoot. I want to see him try these things in the game, even if it doesn't work at first, even if it's not polished yet. I want to see him take that growth. I think similar to the James Harden thing, obviously not exactly, but in the same type of manner, Thybulle, again, is trying to earn a contract for himself, show that he can take his game to the next level, and it's good to see him working on the corner three, as that will be very instrumental in not only taking his game to another level as a 3-and-D player, but taking this team to another level. If Thybulle can knock down that corner shot consistently, imagine having options like him, PJ Tucker. If Thybulle can continue that defensive prowess he's had and then also knock down these shots, he can make himself $15 million a year, and he could be a very vital piece to this rotation and helping this team take our squad to another level, get into that third round, get into the finals. I mean, Thybulle, all these guys like that we've had who are first-round picks, we have to hold them to this expectation, and we need to see that growth. But finally, for once, like he talked about it in that interview a couple of days ago where he said, I finally had some time to work on myself, work on my game. I can definitely see he's been working on his jump shot, and it's good to see. Hopefully it will translate to the game. Shout out to Matisse Thybulle. Good to finally have some footage. The last thing we'll take a look at are some of the role guys that we haven't seen yet. Isaiah Joe, Trevelin Queen, and how about the Anthony Melton shooting a drill? But what really speaks to me in this clip is, again, the leadership of Joel Embiid. Everybody's off the floor. Everybody's probably taking a shower, getting ready to go home. These guys are trying to get in some extra work, and Joel, being a leader, he doesn't have to do this, comes back on the floor and starts shooting threes. By the way, chopping them, knocking them down. Joel, man, I can't wait to see what he looks like this year. Melton, look at Embiid, man. Oh, knocking it down. Still has the jersey on. Finally, some Trev Queen action. I don't know whose stock has really rose or one more for Embiid. One more, bang. I don't know who's really gone up or down between those guys. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I haven't seen much of Bassey at all. I've seen some Montrezl Harrell. We know he's going to have a role. We've seen Jaden Springer. I don't know about the Isaiah Joe, Trevelin Queen thing. It's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out, especially within the preseason, within, game action. But nonetheless, that's what we have from today. Day 4, a very successful day. And Doc Rivers says the entire team locked in, and they're just continuing to build. They're continuing to build, and I can't wait to see as we go forward what it looks like, man. Shout out to all the guys, and shout out to Joel Embiid for his leadership right there. Those are just my thoughts. Give me all of yours down below. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think so far about Sixers Camp. Be sure to hit that like button for your boys. Subscribe to the show. Hit the bell. Don't miss any of the content. And with that being said, I will catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.